Okay, ladies and gentlemen, hello. Hello, my name is Gutch, and they asked me to talk about the value of storytelling. Sige. All right. So before I talk about storytelling, let me share to you yung most important person of my life. So this is from our wedding photos. Was my wife there? Si Rory, say hi. Hi, Rory. Yeah. So yung aming wedding, parang medieval fantasy. That was like almost 3 years ago. And then so may mga ninjas and mga samurais and elves who went. So parang ganyan, very crazy. So we wanted a theme that would represent yung character at yung personality namin. So that's what we did. Okay, and as it is, wala pa kaming children. Although my wife is expecting by September we will have our first son. Yeah! So I'm gonna talk about storytelling, but I can only tell from the experience. I can only speak from the experience of being a professional and as a son, not as a parent. I need that advice from all of you. Yeah, so how did storytelling change my life as a son? So okay, right. So storytelling. I'm a story guy. I love a good story anytime, and I love telling stories, whether it's for like telling stories for children or being a voice artist. That's what I really do. I'm a professional voice artist for commercials, and then I help big or small brands tell their stories, visual media or just whatever when they present. So I practically believe that storytelling is integral to everything that I do. That being said, pwede ba magkwento ng story ngayon? Short story lang? Sige, so the story is from this book, which is like one of my favorite books. The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales. So you can kind of expect what's gonna happen next. So I'll be reading the story of the really ugly duckling. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a mother duck and a father duck who had 7 baby ducklings. 6 of them were regular-looking ducklings. The 7th was a really ugly duckling. Everyone used to say, "What a nice-looking bunch of ducklings. Ugh, all except that one. Boy, he's really ugly." The really ugly duckling heard these people, but he didn't care. He knew that one day he would probably grow up to be a swan and be bigger and look better than anything in the pond. Well, as it turned out, he was just a really ugly duckling. And he grew up to be just a really ugly duck. The end. so, so unlike other stories, wala siyang moral. So sorry. Okay. The 3 E's to becoming a better storyteller. Now this is like workshop level that can go for weeks at a time. But since we only have a few minutes, I'll only give you 3 tips, compact. And this is a compressed version of it. First of the 3 E's is emphasis. Can everybody say emphasis? Emphasis. So emphasis. Alright. Ano yung subject word ng sentence na to? Anong phrase na to? I didn't say she ate the cake. Cake? Cake? Anybody else? Ate. Didn't. Actually, you're all right. Because depending on the emphasis of this sentence, you will change the meaning. Example. So if I read it straight lang, I didn't say she ate the cake. Pero what if I say, oh, I didn't say she ate the cake. Maybe you said it, I didn't. Gets you ba? So what if naman it's say, oh, I didn't say she ate the cake, I kinda just hinted at it. Next ko ng konti. Hindi ko sinabi. Diba? So now, what if it's ate? Oh, I didn't, or she, I didn't say she ate the cake. Maybe it's the other guy, or her husband, whatever. Diba? So every time we change the emphasis of the phrase, the meaning of the phrase changes. Gets you yan? Kuha niyo yan? So if you want to drive the meaning of a story, if you want to tell the story, you have to check what do you want to highlight in the sentence. So for example, this is a phrase that usually comes out in a story. I just wrote this down. So from that experience, Johnny learned honesty and courage. Di ba parang pang-ending ng storybook? Na pagkatapos manggaling sa mga kung kalokohan yung si Johnny, sa dulo, he learned honesty and courage. Now, if I wanted to say, so, if you told the story to your children and you said, so, from that experience, Johnny learned honesty and courage. Ano yung ma-highlight? That. Which is reinforcing the experience. Diba? What if it's Johnny? So, from that experience, Johnny learn honesty and courage. So ngayon, it's very character-centric. So now, ang na-highlight is the character of your story. So maybe it'll remind your audience or your child in this case na sino ba yung character ni Johnny? Or pwede rin, if you want to highlight on honesty and courage, from that experience, Johnny learned honesty and courage. So, nangyari, ang naalala nila, okay, so, honesty and courage, yung naalala, taga-highlight. Which only means that you also have to prepare your story. You have to kind of research on it. What is the point that you want to drive in the end? And good stories usually have very several layers of lessons. So you have to choose what is the one that you want to highlight. Do you want to teach your kid about honesty and courage? Do you want to teach your kid about how experiences change us? Or do you want to teach your kid that there are characters who learn through experiences? So, yun na lang yung flow nyo. Which means you really have to prepare. You have to pre-read your story and see it as an arc, as a whole arc. Okay, next. Emotion. Can everybody say emotion? Okay, as a voice artist, I've been doing commercials, and if you listen to radio or TV, for sure, marinig niyo na ako somewhere. But they would give me different scenarios and weird instructions. For example, Gucci, pwede ba yung tone mo galit, pero hindi masyadong galit? Ako naman parang, oo nga, alam ko yun. Ayun, galit na hindi masyadong galit, diba? Or if you guys, anybody here works in advertising? Wala, pero meron silang favorite phrase which is, sige Gucci, pwede mo bang sabihin yung line na yan na friendly but authoritative? So, friendly but authoritative. So, ano yung tsura nun, di ba? So, ang nangyayari is, emotions change the meaning of words. So for this very plain word that we may encounter every day, saan ka nang galing? Diba? Saan ka nang galing? Everybody say, saan ka nang galing? Pero paano kung let's say, yung scenario is you have your office mate mo, hinihintay mo yung deadline dahil nasa kanya yung bola ngayon. At kung hindi siya mag-submit, you'll get fired. Problema, hindi siya nag-submit, tatanggal ka sa trabaho. Pagkakita mo ng kaibigan mo, lasing, wasak na wasak. Ay! Ganyan. Paano mo tatanungin, saan ka nang galing?
Saan ka galing?
Oh, gano'n. Di ba? Hindi pwede yung Di ba? Hindi pwedeng mabait ka. Di ba? Parang, siyempre, tatanggal ka ng trabaho eh. Di ba? Saan galing? Yeah, galit na galit ka eh, di ba? Pero paano kung let's say, asawa mo? Na late lang naman. Pero, so parang medyo disappointed ka, but, respect tayo eh. So, but, meron nung ano kasi yung galit mo eh. Yung galit pero hindi masyadong galit, di ba? So, ano yung saan ka nang galing? Saan ka nang galing pag gano'n? Saan ka nang galing? Pang telenovela, di ba? Di ba? Or, so let's say, galit ka, pero pagdating, naghihintay ka, tapos pagdating ng tao, duguan, galing aksidente. So, fear. Ngayon, di ba? Hindi ka na galit. Oh, saan ka nang galing? Oh. So ngayon, same word, the same set of words changes different meaning. Because by changing the emotion, the meaning of a sentence changes. Again, emphasis, by changing the emphasis, the meaning of the sentence changes. By changing the emotion, the meaning of a sentence changes. And this is important because this is not just about what we say, but also how we say it. And this is not just for storytelling, guys. This is like for the everyday talk. We understand this when kids respond supposedly politely but with a bad tone. Kumain na po ako. Opo. Opo ka pa. Ganyan na ganun magsalita, di ba? But, in any case, what emotion does is, it immerses your audience, it immerses your children to feel the fear, the tension of the story, and of course, because they feel the fear and the tension and everything, they also feel the triumph after, when they get into the story. Diba? Okay, and last E is enjoy. And ako, I love watching cartoons. Anybody here watches cartoons? Maybe with your children? Okay, well, we don't have children yet, but I still love watching cartoons. And to the point na I made a living out of it. I'm doing this for a living, di ba? Who said you can't make money out of it, pala? Okay, so just last week, I had a commercial na yung brief sa akin, Gutch, so basahin mo yung script na to, pero yung treatment na to parang Dragon Ball. Anybody knows Dragon Ball? So di ba? Parang ganun, di ba? So, makakain ka pangyarihan, di ba? Ganun. So that, I know that because I know from the cartoon, and then I immerse it into the story of the script, which is in a 30-second script that you will probably hear in maybe this week. I'm not sure. Basta pag narinig nyo, that's me.